Hello! In today's video, I'm going to be doing my product review on the new Cover FX custom cover drops. These probably launched at Sephora probably a couple weeks ago. I'd heard people talk about them, but I wasn't really interested in them. I don't know why, even though I am in the market for a new foundation. Oh, and while we're on the subject, just a little insider tip. Makeup Forever is coming out with a new foundation called like Ultra HD foundation. It's supposed to be like 4 times the Ultra or 4 times the HD effect, and as soon as my job gets it, I will be coming to you guys with a review because I liked the old HD foundation, but I just felt like it kind of separated on my skin and didn't look really natural. But this one is supposed to look a lot more natural, so I know this video isn't about that, but I just wanted to let you guys know about that. So yeah, I'm going to be doing a review of the custom cover drops, and I did not pick this product up. I actually got a sample just because I wasn't sure if I was gonna like it, but let me read to you the product info on Sephora's website. Also, I'm sorry for my attire, but I am getting ready to go to the gym after I film this video, so yeah. Custom cover drops contain concentrated pigments that allow you to customize any product and adjust the level of coverage you desire. Custom cover drops can be mixed with anything liquid to add coverage: moisturizers, serums, oils, primers, foundations, and tinted moisturizers that are either water, oil, or silicone based, so that's good. These revolutionary drops feature flash fusion technology, so as soon as you drop, the solution flashes off, leaving behind the pigment that weightlessly transform your favorite beauty product into the sheerest tints all the way to total coverage foundation, depending on how many drops you add. The pigments are coated with lecithin, which is biochemically similar to the skin to ensure ease of blending and the smoothest application. With unprecedented control, you are free to customize coverage like never before. This product is good for all skin types, and it's suggested that you use 1 drop for sheer coverage, 2 drops for medium, 3 for full, and 4 for total, which I like to call full as coverage. That's what I was calling it at work the other day. When you use the product as it's intended to be used with the full product bottle, you can use the drop effect, but because I got a sample, I was not able to customize my coverage using drops, but you'll see that later on in the application demo part. There are some things that I really love about this product. I really like that you can customize the coverage, number one. A lot of times when you are adding coverage with normal foundations, they can tend to get a little too thick and cakey looking, but this foundation, I didn't really feel that. So I would say if you're somebody who wants full coverage but you don't want to feel like you have on lots of makeup or have it feel really heavy, this foundation would be great for you. I also like that you can kind of use this in the summer, especially when people are getting tan and they're getting darker. A lot of times you would have to buy a darker foundation, but it's nice that you could just buy this foundation in a darker shade and mix it with the foundations you already have, which I like to do sometimes when the foundations aren't too expensive because you can really get the exact coloring you want. Now, I did try this foundation the first day, adding it to my moisturizer, and I wore it as a tinted moisturizer, but that day I was so oily that it was like horrible. I looked so disgusting. I looked muddy. So the next day when I tried it, I used the method which I applied today, and I just dotted it on my face using my finger, which I would have done anyway if I had the actual dropper. So I actually didn't use this as a mixing medium. I didn't mix it with anything because I wanted to show you guys like the true application and what the actual foundation looks like, not when it's being added with another foundation, which will compromise the actual product review. So I really like the coverage that I was able to get, and I like the coloring. I would maybe go a little darker if I do get a tan this summer, but I usually don't get too dark, so I think this color would be good for me. What else? I do think that this product is good for all skin types because you can mix it with serums, other foundations, moisturizers, and such. I really believe it's customizable and it can be used for anybody with any type of skin. I do have very oily skin in the summertime. We're getting into the summer. We're still in spring right now. But it was about 90 degrees yesterday and the day before in New York. Well, not yesterday. Yesterday it was a little cooler, but I think on Tuesday it was about 90 degrees in New York, and I had this foundation on and it held up amazingly. So I do think it will be great in the summertime if you are oily. This foundation is just so amazing. Like, the coverage is freaking fabulous. Like, you guys saw my skin, or you'll see it in the demo. I don't have flawless skin. I have lots of post-acne pigmentation and marks on my face, but I didn't even need a concealer with this foundation. So one thing I love is that the coverage is so customizable that if you have any discoloration on your skin of any type, it will literally conceal it all without needing to use a separate concealer. So that's one thing I really like about this foundation. It'd be interesting to see what other brands come out with products that are similar to this one, because as far as my knowledge goes, this is the first product on the market that is so innovative that you can just mix it with anything. It's pretty much like a mixing medium foundation with awesome coverage. A lot of other foundations that feature the droplet dispensing mechanism don't really have great coverage. You can customize it, but it's not buildable to this full coverage. So I was really impressed with that. The only one con I have is that it settles into my fine lines. Now, I found this happens when I used it with a tinted moisturizer, when I mixed it with another foundation, and when I wore it on its own. So I will try to insert a picture, but like right around my mouth, all you see is lines. And of course you can always smooth them out with a brush or your hand or a sponge, but that's something that I don't experience really often when I'm using my foundations that are a little more creamy and moisturizing, I guess. I just think because this foundation is so lightweight and thin that it really just settles into any fine lines. If you do have dry skin or fine lines or wrinkles, you're probably not going to like this foundation, at least from my experience, because it does really settle into any fine lines or definitely wrinkles. You might want to try just using a very tiny amount, like 1 drop, and mixing it with your moisturizer. You may get the best results from that, but if you're going to try to do full coverage with this foundation, mixing it with anything else, I think it's really going to crease on you. I even, like this line up here, I get a really bad crease there also. And I usually crease in those fine lines in my face, but I usually just have to fix it twice during the day. And with this foundation at work, I found myself fixing it about once every hour, and it was just really driving me crazy. So that's the only one con I have about it. Overall, I would give this foundation a 3.5. I just don't think it's for me. I think if you have, I don't know, because I think everybody has fine lines. Everybody has smile lines, frown lines, and things like that. So I really don't like that it settles into the fine lines and creases and wrinkles into your skin. But I do really like the coverage, and I love how customizable it is, that you can basically add it with anything to get a perfect coverage. So it definitely has a lot of pros and a little bit of cons, but if you're interested in this foundation, I would really say pick it up at your local Sephora or wherever they sell Cover FX. It's a good product. I just don't think I will personally be getting it for myself, because I just hate products that settle into my fine lines. It makes me feel really old. So I think next I'm going to pick up the Becca foundation for my trip to Vegas in June, because it's going to be hot as hell and I'm going to need something to keep me matte. And I'll be getting the new Makeup Forever Ultra HD foundation from my job whenever that comes out, which I believe is June 12th. So yeah, let's get into the demo because I'm talking too much. Okay, so I actually didn't have it recording while I did the initial portion. So what you're going to want to do is really shake the container because the product separates a little. Then I went ahead and just dotted it on my face where I thought I needed the most coverage. And then I'm going to take my Sephora full coverage brush, which I believe is number 53, and just buff that into my skin to get really nice coverage. And as you can see already, it's just really covering up all my hyperpigmentation and post-acne scarring really well. So that's what I say when I talk about the coverage. It's really nice. And after seeing the demo while I'm editing this video, I might buy this product to use it as a lightweight concealer for the summertime, because I think it would be awesome for that. So I hope you guys were able to see how I use the product. Like I said, it gives really good coverage, and I was really impressed with that. So that's about all I have to share with you guys today. Yeah, if you have any other comments or questions, please leave them down below. I'd be happy to answer them. And also, if you have another product review you'd like me to do, I'd be happy to do that for you guys. Yeah, that's all I have to say. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.